Hello roller skaters. This video is by request. Thank you Nope for the request. And this is about how to not drag your toe stop down a transition when you're going from a stall, going fakie. And I think this is something that a lot of people struggle with. It's kind of normal. I think a lot of it has to do with being comfortable skating fakie, and a lot of it has to do with knowing what you're going to do when you get to the other side, because I think there maybe there's kind of a sense of panic. So number one, I think skating fakie or backwards on flat ground is super important, because it's hard to expect a person to have good balance and control skating backwards on a ramp if they aren't doing that on flat ground first. So I always go back to flat ground stuff if I'm having problems with something on a ramp, because sometimes it's like you resolve it on the flat and then you resolve it on the ramp. But the other thing is remembering that when we're on a ramp and we're going back and forth pumping, we're building momentum. So we need to know where that momentum is going to go, where we're going to put it. So before we even get to the part where we're trying to stall and go fakie, let's just work on pumping from forward and backwards and what we're doing with our momentum, right? So if I'm just like pumping like this, remember when you're pumping, you want to push your chest up on the front and push your butt up on the back. So chest up on the front, butt up on the back. Also notice my eyes. Forward, back, forward, back. It's hard to have confidence going somewhere if you're not looking where you're going.
And you're staggered looking the way...
And you're staggered looking where you're open.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So, yes. So whichever way...
Didn't mean to interrupt.
Whichever way you skate, that's important. Because if you're like skating like this and trying to look over your shoulder like this, you can see how there might be some problems with balance and control. But again, it sounds so obvious, but a lot of times people will be skating fakie, and their head is looking forward. So they, you don't even know what you're going to hit back there, right? So that's the first thing, kind of getting that control of the pump. Then the next thing, if you don't know how to fakie stall, obviously you're going to need to do something with all that energy when you come off your front side stall and go fakie, right? Otherwise you'll drag your toe stop. So thinking about what am I going to do with the energy, here we'll do that. My way of doing it before I ever learned to do a fakie stall was I would tap the back heel, just barely. So I'll practice tapping the front toe on the front, back heel on the back. Front on the front, back on the back. So I tap front, and I tap back. And I tap front, and I'm looking where I go, and I tap back. The other method you could do is a little hop. So when you rise up to the front, pick up, come down, back, pick up, come down. It's little, pick up, come down.
Those are fun.
A little hop. That takes the momentum up and down. It's not a big muscular jump. It's just at the apex, under that coping. Let your feet rise up and come back down with soft knees. That's another thing, soft knees, keeping knees bent. A lot of times we try to skate really stiff and straight, and that can really lead to lack of balance and control.
It's not too stable.
Not too stable. And again, the staggered stance, we talk about that a lot. Knees bent, staggered stance. I know it sounds repetitive, but it all really plays into this whole thing. Okay, so now we're going to go with the stall to fakie without dragging toe stop, right?
I still have a hard time with this.
But you can work this too. These steps, tap on the front, tap on the back. Stall on the front, look, tap on the back. Stall on the front, look where you go. Stall on the back, tap. Try to push forward, try to push back, tap. So you try to push the energy forward and then look where you go and tap. And so, obviously the smaller the ramp, the less energy you're going to have. The bigger the ramp, the more it's going to kick. And also the longer the flat bottom, the more time you'll have to think about it. So it all depends on the dimensions of your ramp, but practicing those steps, really getting that flow with your pump, thinking about what you're going to do with your energy, and looking where you're going so that you can, make it down the trek without dragging that toe stop. I'll try that one more time. So I tap, I make the stall, and I make a little tap, and I make the stall.
So when you look back, where are you looking?
I'm looking at the coping. I'm looking at the coping.
Under or over the arm?
Under.
Okay.
On my fakie, when I go fakie, I'm looking under.
So you look under
Because
your arm.
when you remember, when you go fakie, you lead with your butt. So you got to keep that butt back, you know. But that's just one way to deal with the motion of going fakie down a transition and not dragging your toe stop, because it does build a lot of momentum, and that's the main thing. What are we going to do with that momentum? How are we going to carry it and balance it, and where are we going to put it? So you could try the tap method or the little hop method, whatever works better for you. But those are some ideas. If you have other comments or additional things to add to this, please put it in the comments, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.